Hi, and welcome back. I'm trying to get the light to work for me here, but it's light outside, but that's behind me, and I really can't turn around. So I'm afraid you're going to have to take me the way I am. I'm sorry. And I noticed the frames were back on my video last week. I don't know why. It seems to be my camera does its own thing. I went around to all my different settings, aperture settings and stuff, and it all looks the same when I start to record. So I'm thinking that there's something programmed in there that selects this, or else it's my Movavi editing software, or it's the way YouTube uploads it, or the way it all combines together to make me want to rip what's left of my hair out. So I'm sorry. Yes, I know it. And I don't know how to fix it. So, anyway, it's a bright and sunny, beautiful day here. I have my favorite spring shirt on. See, no sweatshirt, shorter sleeves, yay. We went from my last video where I'm talking about snow melt and runoff and cold to today where it's a bright blue sunny day and it's going to be around 80 degrees. Yes, not that unusual for spring in the Great Northeast. That's why we always say, welcome to the Great Northeast. It is what it is. It makes us happy. The dogs are loving it. Cats love it. I love it. Except now I've got to go out and clean it all up because winter made quite a huge mess here on my land. Ah, well, keep me young. Thank you for coming back. I hope that you enjoy my video. I certainly love reading your comments, and I appreciate you subscribing. And yeah, I've had a pretty good week. I haven't stitched on a wide variety of things, but I've done a fair amount of stitching. I'm pretty happy with how things have gone. I think today we're going to talk about my whips. I didn't have any finishes this week. I might attempt to do the my plans for Jessie Marie's sale for her birthday, where she turns 29 for the first time. I may try to do that today. And I think I do have a little bit of haul. Kind of works into some of my other stuff. So here we go. I've been, after my video last week, where I did my finish on my 4 Little Lambs, which has become my, you could hear it rattle. It's actually turned into a change jar for where I go around my house picking things up that everybody else has dropped on the floor, etc. And pick up whatever change I find laying loose, and it's going in my jar. I consider it a tip jar. Thank you very much. Anyway, yesterday was my my second child, who happens to be a girl, because my oldest child is a girl. Hi, Alex, if you're watching my video. Hi, Rebecca. Happy day after your birthday. And then Michael is my youngest. His birthday was March 30th, and he turned 30. No, not 30, 34. 34 on the 30th. I was going to start my Michael chart for my son Michael on his birthday, but that didn't work out. I just didn't have time. But I do have, I think, most everything I need for it, so that may be a start coming up. We'll see. It'll either be part of Jessie Marie's Stitch Along, or it'll be part of my first Mania. Lots of plans. Oh, nope, not plans. Not trying to make God laugh at me. No plans. I have no plans. I have ideas. Ideas. That's me. Ideas. No plans. No plans. So, the first thing that I did Well, first I'm going to say what I've been stitching on kind of in the background. My background stitch has been, his name is Jesus. And I know there's a few people who have left comments that say that they've finished stitching this and they've given it to their pastors. And it is a beautiful stitch for pastors. And that's the blue rendition, and they do give the color choices for it, and it is a freebie on Joyful Expressions site. And then this is the red right here. And I love it both ways. It's beautiful. I know somebody's done it in purples. But this is mine, and I'm using, let me get my colors out. I'm using a variegated floss, a DMC variegated floss 4212. And if you've seen previous videos, you've seen this. But this is where I am right now. I'm working on his, and I finished Jesus. And that's all going to be in 4212. But the way it's striping out, if you can see that, I'm not going to do anything else in this color. I think that his name is Jesus is going to be the only part that I do in 4212. The rest of it I will do in blues and reds. And we'll see how it goes. But I'm really liking it. It stitches up really well. I've been stitching it while I watch TV. And light. And it's been pretty good. Let's see. And that was really the only piece that I've touched in the past week, other than my dun, 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 dun. My HAED. And this is Wizard. It's a mini chart, and I have it in a large chart format. And that is almost a page and a third. And you can see the bird now, the bird's head. And in his beak, there's going to be a shiny gold medallion here. And then the wizard's hand is over here somewhere, and I'm going to get into the wizard. And I really didn't think I was going to make it, but ta-da! I actually met the challenge. The HAED Facebook group, in their spreadsheet, it said yes. And today I got my free charts that they were giving for people who successfully completed the challenge. And I printed out, I did download my charts, of course, but I also printed out copies of the ones that were awarded. And there's this one. And I found that this one's name is Avalon. And the artwork is by Gina della Grottaglia Maldonado. See right there. And then that is it. And it's beautiful. It's like a steampunk treasure, but the name of it is Avalon. And I thought that she might look pretty fabulous next to my wizard, which I will, well, you've all seen pictures of it. If you haven't, he's actually even the little mini cover for a couple of my videos. But I really like that. And this second piece, I couldn't find the name of. It's artwork is by Amy Stewart. And I really love it. I think it's beautiful. And you see the mountain lion, and then there's like a raccoon, and there's a fox right there. And then the books have titles on them. The second one down is something about Gopher. And then the other one down is The Wizard of Fox. But I just think that that one's adorable too. And of course, we received the free website. Free charts. And Michelle asked what our favorite piece was on our wish list. So of course I had to go look at my wish list and notice that all the charts are on sale. So this is going to go right into my haul, because this is what I did. I saw that the charts were on sale, so I ordered a mini version of The Secret Garden, in large chart format. So instead of $7.80, which is what it would have been for a regular format, this cost me $9.10. But I think that's beautiful, and I really like it. And that banging you heard was Wally trapped in a room he's not supposed to be in. He's a pain. And then this is the second one I got. This is called the Witching Hour, and it's an ornament size. And as soon as I finish downloading this, I may just start it because I love this. We have a black cat. His name is Spike. I call him Spook because I can. And I love him. He is a great cat. So anyway, that was my main thing this week, was making it through my HAED challenge. And I was really excited to get those downloads. So now in the space of one day, I have not one, not two, not three, but 4 brand new HAED charts. Yay, go me. Stitch for the rest of my life. Yes. But I'm happy. Hey, you know, only go once. You might as well go with things you like. And we won't talk about, I also have that huge Disney chart that I downloaded from Love My Stitch on Etsy, and my Marvel Action one that I downloaded from Love My Stitch too, also. Oh, here's my wizard. In case you can't remember what the wizard looks like, that's what the wizard looks like. So I think that's going to be great. And he will look just fabulous with Avalon. Avalon. Let's see if I can get them both in. And the wizard. I can't wait. I have to stitch nonstop for the next 40 years, should I live to be 98 years old. Just saying. I'm crazy. I am certifiably crazy. Anyway, okay, so I didn't do a whole lot of other stitching. I have been looking at things that I need to start. Oh, before I go into Jessie Marie's thing, I did receive my next portion of my round robin sale, and I've made my working copy of the chart. And this one belongs to Lisa. Hi Lisa, if you watch my video. And you know, she did a fabulous job. And you would think with everything, all the other crafting stuff I do, that I would be smart enough to do this, but I'm not. She actually created a journal, a paper journal, you know, pamphlet, kind of like a Midori style. And she put, let me take the note off. She made pages, and she did an introduction, and she said this is 5 Fine Roosters, and it's by La Di Da, and she's doing it on 32 count Belfast, which she hand dyed with tea, coffee, and butternut stain. And she did her own color conversion, and she included a color key. But look at this fabric. Look at that. Is that not absolutely beautiful? It is gorgeous. I told her on Facebook, on Cross Stitch Finish Line is the group that has this round robin going on. And I'm sorry if you didn't get in on this, because we're having a really good time. And the pieces are amazing. And I'll show you what Rachel and Tammy have done so far on this. I mean, look at this. Seriously. Isn't that just too cool? And it says 5 very fine. And I have to do the next rooster and the word rooster. And then we're putting our initials. They're actually putting them at the rooster butt, but that's okay. Hey. I mean, this is a really good time. If you get the opportunity to do a round robin, I highly recommend it. And she says she's stitching 1/2, and she's provided the floss. which, here's the floss. There's some DMC in there, which we didn't have to provide. And there is gassed. But it's really cool. And she did an envelope in the back. And she's actually hooked it in with washi tape. And this is the chart. And it says, chart enclosed. Very smart. And so on each section, I'm Stitcher 3. So here's Stitcher 3, and it has a space for my name, and it wants to know, tells me what I'm supposed to be stitching, and then it says, please stitch the rooster in the middle, number 3, and the word roosters, and don't forget your initials. And it's 1/2, please, and she's asking for our start date and our finish date. And then on the next page, she asks for thoughts. And I just think that this is such a fabulous idea. And look, I mean, edged and antiqued, and it's beautiful. I wish I'd thought of it. So, kudos to you, Lisa. It's really great. So here we have 5 Fine Roosters by La Di Da. So this will be, I will probably start on this week before I do anything else. And that's what it looks like again, just so you can see it. Beautiful. And I love the dye job on the fabric. It's perfect. Perfect. So that's my round robin for cross stitch finish line, and I've mailed mine out. Well, actually not mine, it's Rachel's. The quilt that I did, that I showed in my last video, that has now gone on to Erin, who is my person to mail to every time. And she should get it probably tomorrow, because I mailed it out yesterday, just around noontime. So that's fun. I mean, it is really fun. And Joanne Perry is the hostess, the coordinator for this round robin, and she's not participating, but she's doing such a fabulous job. I mean, a fabulous job. There's supposed to be 6 people in the group. We had one person who had to drop out for health reasons, so there's 5 of us. But we aren't having any problems. Tammy had fallen and broken a finger, and she's working with a splint on her finger, but she's doing fine. Her stitching is beautiful, so kudos to Tammy too. And I hope her hand is much better now. Actually, she did the second rooster on that 5 Fine Roosters piece, so we know that she's doing well. Yeah, so that's cross stitch finish line. And if you're not part of that group, you should be, because Joe Rigor is owns the group, and she and Terry, Stitch and Petunia, had to think, have a couple of videos out now. And this last video that they did together, and I'm trying to remember what they called themselves, the Wayward Stitchers, the Mischievous Stitchers, something. Anyway, they have their second video out, and in this video they're talking about sales that they're thinking of for for coming up in this year and for next year. So check that out. It's a good group too. And then we're going to go back, because on Stitch Mania, Jessie Marie does stuff. I'm sure that everybody's heard about this sale because a lot of people are doing it. And I'm going to jump in on it. It runs from April 15th until the 26th. And I think the 25th is Jessie Marie's actual birthday. But she's turning 29 for the first time. So congratulations, Jessie Marie. I did that 32 years ago. No? No. Can't do math. Oh my goodness. You would never know I did math for my entire career. I worked for taxes. Woo. Sad. Sad, sad, sad. Hang in there. 29 years ago. Hey, 29 years ago. I'm exactly twice as old as Jessie Marie. Oh my goodness. Yay. Moving right along. Anyway, she is doing a birthday sale, and it's along the veins of the Olympic sale that Stitch Mania did for the Olympics last year. And so she has a different theme or idea for each of the days in her sale. And for April 15th, it's your first or oldest whip. Well, my first piece that I worked on would have been when I was maybe 14. So that was finished or lost many years ago. So right now my oldest whip, which people have seen in previous videos, is a Country Garden. It's the third stitch in a 3-part series. 2 of them I've finished, and I have them framed, and they've been on the walls not only in this house but where I lived previously. And I've lived in this house coming up on 26 years. So I did them, the first 2, a long time ago. So this one I really do need to get done. So that will be the whip I pull out and work on for that stitch. And then it's supposed to be on April 16th. It's something related to J, M, D, or S. Now, Jessie Marie, her husband's name is Danny, and his last name is Sykes, so JMDS. And I haven't really decided what I'm going to do for that. I'm not sure. I may work on my dancing unicorn for that. It's a small, and I'd really like to get it done, and it fits with the D. So that's good. And then 417, it's enabled to start on or purchase. And I guess enabled to start on or purchase would be Pretty Little New York by Satsuma Street. I had never heard of Satsuma Street before Floss Tube, and I saw other people stitching on it, and so I think that I will pull that out. It's a whip, so I will continue to work on that on the 17th. And then on the 18th, it's maroon, red, orange, or purple. And for that, I'm going to work on His Name is Jesus, because there is maroon in that, red, and purple. So it really fits. So His Name is Jesus will be my 18th, April 18th one. And then bulldog or animal, this may be a new start. Because my oldest child, my daughter, Alexandria, she probably watches my videos, but there is Satsuma Street, so this is a new start. I haven't done it. I wasn't able to purchase it along with Pretty Little New York. I'm sorry for the crinkling. The tape on a stupid envelope is stuck. But my oldest daughter loves elephants, and they have this biscornu, and it's an elephant biscornu, and that's it. This will be my first biscornu I've ever done, and it's elephants, and it made me think of my daughter Alexandria. So on the 19th, which is actually exactly a month before her birthday, she will be turning 40 on April 19th. So this will be my elephant biscornu for my daughter, Alexandria. And then on 420, it's Miss Congeniality, stitch on something pretty. Well, something pretty is going to be Pretty Little New York again. Even has pretty in the title, and I think New York City to visit is absolutely beautiful, and if you ever get the opportunity to visit New York City, I highly recommend it. I don't visit New York City more than 2 or 3 days at a time. Too much city for me, but it is beautiful. So, Pretty Little New York it is. And can you tell I'm flying by the seat of my pants here? Because I hadn't really made up my mind on these. And then for the 21st, it's Taurus or Diamond. And I have to admit, I haven't finished my Birthstone Dragon sale. Is Aquamarine for March. I haven't finished, but we did get the new dragon for April, and April's dragon is a diamond. So I will leave April, unless I get more of it stitched, and move in and start the April dragon. So for the 21st, it's going to be the Birthstone Dragon for April, and it's a diamond. And then for the 22nd, it's close to 30. Stitch on something close to finished. And I don't really have anything close to finished. But what I might do is my Dancing Unicorn. I should be able to have that close to finish because it's just as small. It's in that Bewitching Cross Stitch book. So I'm going to work on my Dancing Unicorn and try to get it finished. We shall see. And then on the 23rd, it's something related to the 29. And for that, she said you could separate it to be the 2 or the 9 or... Okay, drop frame, sorry. Something related to 2 or 9 or 29. And what I might do, is I'll put 29 stitches in on my country garden. I'll go back to the country garden because if nothing else, that's close to 29 years old. So hey, maybe that's one to work on. It's probably close to 29. That's the one I'll work on. And then related to a book or a story, bookish. And bookish. You know what? His name is Jesus. It is bookish. There are 66 books in the Bible. Jesus is a major part of the New Testament, and his coming is alluded to many, many times in the Old Testament. So I will, on the 24th of April, be working on His Name is Jesus. I'm not good at posting to Facebook either, pictures and stuff, or even Instagram. I keep trying, and I will honestly try to post pictures for this, but I'm not going to hold my breath, so you shouldn't either. I will definitely put these on my calendar and at least put a few stitches in. So then on the 25th, which is Jessie Marie's birthday, happy pre-birthday, Jessie Marie. It's a new start, a recent start, or a birthday themed. And I don't have anything birthday themed, but because my elephant biscornu is actually a new start during this sale, and I'm going to give it to my daughter, and her birthday is May 19th. This will be what I work on Jessie Marie's birthday, the elephant biscornu. And then family related on the 26th, family related. You know what? I'm going back to Pretty Little New York for family related because I was born and I grew up in New York. Most of my family is from New York, and quite a few of us still live in New York. Even though my immediate family, actually, My son Michael just moved back to New York. He now lives in Astoria. And so I will, for family related, be working on Pretty Little New York, which I'm really enjoying. So hopefully it's not finished by then. So those are my ideas for Jessie Marie's Stitch Along. I don't know that she watches my videos, but I'm there in spirit for her. And I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. I don't really have nothing new or exciting. My dogs are doing well. My cats are doing well. My goldfish, that's probably 16 or 17 years old, is doing well. Somebody said something, I think, and I don't know if I mentioned it in my last video, about how loud my house is. And my house, this room that I'm sitting in, I think was part of the stagecoach stop on the Great Northern Turnpike. There's only a dugout underneath this room, so it just sits a little bit off the ground. And there's a marble hitching post outside the front door, which is also on this room. And it has... So this was the stagecoach stop on the Great Northern Turnpike on Route 22 and State Route 22. And I'm pretty sure it was built in 1778, maybe? It's in a book. I actually own a book that references my house. So anyway, it is an old house. It's, no matter how much work I do to it, it's still an old house. But I love it. And I get frustrated with it. And I often think, I look at all these beautiful places people show on Facebook and all these contemporary homes and new houses and all the pretty things. And I think, man, I would love to move. I'd love to live somewhere warm. I'd love to live somewhere beautiful. And then I realize, you know, step back and take a look at what you have and where you live. And realize how blessed you are. Because to other people, this is beautiful. This is where they would want to be. I mean, it's in the country. I have a spring. I have forest. I have woods. I have, you know, I'm not complaining. We're blessed, and we're each blessed in our own way, and we have to appreciate what we have. And, you know, thank God, whatever God you have, even if it's just spirits of the universe, thank them. Life is good, especially if you're watching Floss Tube videos. So, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your subscriptions. Please subscribe. I love new subscriptions. I subscribe back. Don't leave me weird comments, though. I block weird comments, like, I'd like to smell your hair. Yeah, I got one of those, too. Mute, because Facebook calls it mute. It's a mute. No, nasty. Anyway, thank you. I look forward to your videos. And I want to say that my prayers go out to Bev. Seeing Teddy Bear brighten my day when I read her comments on my videos, and I know so do several others. She has a Facebook page, and she's going through some really tough times right now. And I hope that this makes her day a little more pleasant, a little brighter. And kisses to Teddy Bear. He's a cute little dog. He's about the same size as my little dog Kibbles. He's, well, my daughter's little dog Kibbles, who lives here. Yep. We went out. The weather's been so beautiful here, Bev, that I actually went for a walk last night. There's my daughter and her 2 daughters and me. We all live in my house. And we have the 4 dogs. So we each took a dog and went for a walk. We did a mile, which isn't a lot, but for me right now is a lot. So I'm thinking of you, Bev. Thinking of Teddy Bear. And God bless. Take care. See you next time.